So I just started dating again actively. It took me a long time to get to this place where I can actively date, go on dates with men, introduce myself. I'm finally at that point, and I went a long time without doing it. And so I just started doing it recently again, and I put up a dating profile. And on my dating profile, I made sure that I mentioned that I prefer to date men who weren't African American. Now, I don't know if you guys know or seen a video that I made called Black Women Don't Date Black Men. And I was basically explaining why I no longer choose to date African American men as often as I used to. It's a preference. I'm not really trying to offend any black men, but it's definitely a preference of mine. It's something I prefer. Yes, I prefer my flakes frosted. But anyway, it's a decision that I made for myself, and a lot of men that aren't African American, I'm starting to find out, a lot of them are really, really into black women, but black women don't give them the time of day, and that's what a lot of white men are telling me, and Indian men and Asian men, and so I was like, well, I'm just surprised. I mean, I was even surprised, the kind of white men that were contacting me, because, some people, I can look at a white guy and I can say, oh, like, he's really, 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 really white. He would not even consider dating a black woman. Like, and then you can look at some white guys and they look like they would date a black woman. It's just a certain kind of vibe or a certain kind of demeanor or mannerisms that they have. One white guy in particular, he asked me, explain to me, I want you to tell me what it is about black men that has made you stay away from them altogether. And I want to explain this, and I'm going to try to be careful so people can understand and just understand me as a person and why I made the decision that I made to discontinue dating black men. It's always some bullshit with y'all. Y'all get on my nerves. You know what I'm talking about? That's in layman's terms, but let me be a little bit more detailed about it so you can understand. When I'm dating a man outside of my race, I tend to get treated a lot better. You know what I mean? Like, they tend to want to date. They tend to have a better response to love and commitment. Their culture is very, very different from ours, and they tend to believe in love and the genuine friendship and the things that most black men consider corny. A lot of men outside of the black race don't think like that. I explained to this man, I just got tired of being treated so badly, and I was telling my mother the other day, I don't really like to generalize black men. I know there are some good black men out there, and out of the many years that I've been dating, I've met some really, really decent black men, but inside of relationships that I've gotten into, and this could very well be my fault, I don't like the way the men that I've gotten into a relationship have treated me. Like, my male platonic friends treat me a lot better than men I've actually been in a relationship with. And normally I take my time when I'm dating. I get to know a guy first. I'm his friend for a while first before we start dating. But it tends to be one of them situations where I'm hurt in the end because they have betrayed me on a level that is unbelievable. And I don't mean something as simple as them maybe cheating or something that every woman experiences. It's on a level of deep betrayal that I can't even believe that they would either hide something like this, or it's just on a level of bullshit. It's always something. But when I'm dating black men, it'll be something simple as, listen, a guy will say to me, well, listen, I'll treat you on the date, but I can't drive, I can't meet you. Or I have 3 baby mamas, and one of them, we can't live together. Or I don't really have a job right now. Or can you take me out? I'm broke. I'm like, damn, the first date you want me to take you out? Let me just get this straight. I don't mind paying for a date because I have the money. It's not that deep. But a lot of men will do stuff like schedule a date with you, say they going to treat you, and then don't show up and cancel because they feeling some kind of way about their own finances. I've had a man do that, a black man do that. But you know, I've never had a man outside of a black man say to me that he's having financial trouble or he's having a problem with paying for the date. And because I'm at a level of financial stability where abundance and prosperity is very, very important to me, and I focus on that, and I always have some form of money. It's rare that I'm walking around with zero money. It's just rare. So because I'm like that, the only men that kind of match me on a professional level and on a financial level, 9 times out of 10 they aren't black. And the mannerisms of men who are not black are just more pleasant to me. I grew up in a multicultural place. Where I come from, there were people of all races, and we dated people of all races, and it was no big deal up north where I come from. So when I moved down to the south and I seen all this racism, and I had never seen this many black people in one place. I'm telling you, I've lived in a place where it's a lot of black people, but in the south it is way more black people than up north from what I've seen in just one place. Like, you can go to one section of the city and it's black people everywhere, or like you can go to anywhere in Atlanta within like a 50-mile radius, it's a whole bunch of black people. And when I would go to the city I come from, where I would go inside of the city, I would see people of all colors. I'm talking about Asian, Filipino, Indian, people from Dubai. I mean, I've seen all kinds of different people, and that's what I grew up in. So when I moved to the south and I just started dating black men only, that's when the problems started arising. And you know, since then, I have been dating all black men. I just started dating men outside my race again, maybe 2 years ago. When I first moved to Atlanta, I was dating men outside of my race, but I had stopped doing that and just started dating a whole bunch of black guys, and I see the difference. The point is, I just got tired of being treated so cruelly, because men inside of the African American community tend to think that the worse that they treat their women, the more manly they are, when in reality, the better you treat your woman, the better man you are, the better man you, family man you are, the more respect you have for your women, the better you treat them, the better the man you are, you know. And that's even with black women too. Black women, the better you treat your man, the more good you are to him, the more good of a woman you are. And I don't think that the African American community understands that. I think they think break and fly or treating somebody like shit makes them a cool person, you know. And so I just got tired of being treated negatively by black men. And oh, I'm telling you, when I go on a date with a man that isn't black, oh, I get treated so well. I mean, even the way that they just speak to me is just completely different. That negative cloud that black men have over their head, men that aren't black don't have it. And anytime a man that isn't black discusses race with me and he tries to understand why I no longer date black men, I tell him, you know, slavery has really done something to my people. You know, it's really done something negative, to where it's so deep rooted that you wouldn't be able to understand unless you were black. Like, it's one of them things that it's just a stigma. It's just like this dark cloud that's like following black men around. There was a time where I was like, I'm never dating outside my race. You know, I really, really loved black men for such a long time. I was always attracted to black men. I always thought they were the most beautiful men on the planet. And it was just like, oh my God, black men are kings to me. You know what I'm saying? Kings. And now I see black men and I get disgusted. It's like I see a black man, I just like, and I cringe. And that's bad. You know, I'm like 33 years old now. And I don't think I started cringing like that until like a couple of years ago. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm starting to see the difference in how I'm being treated. And I could just been picking poor dudes. Like, a lot of people say, well, you chose those men. You attract what you are. And I wholeheartedly believe something like that. But it's like, how in the world am I capable of choosing a bad black man, but I'm choosing a good man that isn't black? If I was bad at choosing men, wouldn't I be bad at choosing all men across the board? Because there was never a time while I was dating black men that I was thinking, oh, men that aren't black are better than black men. That's not what I was thinking when I was dating black men. When I was dating black men, I was like, black men are kings. Like, I really got to give me a black man. Like, black man, black man, black man. I was just so pro black man. And then when I started dating outside my race again, and I started seeing how, you know, open-minded they were, and how more flexible they were when it came to love and support, and, you know, their culture was different, how they didn't speak so negatively and, you know, so harshly to me. I was just like, you know what, I'm starting to see the difference. And now I can see the difference so well now, even to this day. I mean, I'm still meeting black men, and black men are still asking me out, and I'm still a little bit trying to give them a shot, but I cut them off so fast, so early, because it's like they do stuff within like the first week or two to make me be like, I can't even deal with that. I already know, but that's about to go. I really love black men. I really do. But it's like, damn, I love something I can't have. I love something that I can't even put my hands on, because hugging a black man is like hugging a fucking cactus. Like, I just can't do it. It's just too hard. I mean, it's too difficult for me, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of black women out there that can handle the responsibility of dealing with a black man, but I just can't do it. It's just too much for me. Like, I can't be fragile around a black man. I can't be vulnerable. I can't be weak. I can't say, hey, you know, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well. It's like I always got to be at a level of perfection all the time with the black man, or I'm judged. That's the kind of situations I've been in with black men. I've been disrespected a lot, and it could have just been the poor choices that I made in black men, but now I'm making a better choice, you know, and the better choice for me is men who aren't black. And like right now, I'm dating, just seeing a lot of guys, different guys, trying to figure out what kind of situation I really want to have, because I'm trying to, you know, settle down. And it's very, very few black men out there who are successful and have their shit together, finances together, heart together, mentality together, and they're actually ready for something serious. Like, most of the black men I know that have their finances together, their money, their career is going great, the last thing on their list is finding another black woman. So when I'm going on these dates with guys, I'm kind of sitting there trying to figure out, you know, why are you on a date with me exactly? Like, if you're not looking for a relationship, why are we on a date? So, you know, but with men who aren't black, yeah, I'm definitely enjoying my experiences with them a whole lot, and I wish that I would have started dating men outside my race earlier. I could have avoided a whole bunch of heartbreak. On the dating site that I'm on, black men are leaving me horrible messages. They're like, I hope you know, good luck with the great white hope, you know, just having a negative attitude. And then they wonder that behavior right there is the reason why. Like, you guys are sending me like these negative comments, you know, just little smart comments. And, you know, white men and men that aren't black don't send me stuff like that. So I'm starting to relate to a whole bunch of black men who are dating outside their race, and they say, well, you know, a lot of black sisters, a lot of black women have an attitude problem. I see what you're saying, because a lot of, you know, black men have that same negative attitude that I'm trying to escape. So I'm feeling black men when they say that. Not all African American women have an attitude problem, but I'm telling you, me as an African American woman myself, and being amongst a whole bunch of females, it's hard having a conversation with them about men, because they so dumbfounded about it. It's like, damn, you don't know men at all. It's like me and a handful of girlfriends will be sitting in a room full of black women, and you'll hear them talking about black men, and we'll be looking at each other like, damn, this is what they think about black men. Like, they don't even understand men at all. And the majority of black women don't know what they're doing when it comes to black men. So, you know, I I can understand the confusion. Like, our race has a lot of confusion going on. African American community has a lot of confusion going on, and it's hard for me as a black woman to even find black female friends.